Oh my god, time for a new video. First off, this shirt isn't mine, in case you guys haven't noticed. Well, if you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can look very carefully or closely. See how it's like little golf clubs and shit? Yeah. I kind of took this from Stockkeeper, one of his drawers, because I kind of just liked the shirt. So when he sees this video, he's going to be kind of pissed off, because he said, "Hey, you stole my shirt, asshole!" Yeah, kind of like in the movie Billy Madison, when Adam Sandler lifts up the shirt and it said like Frank's shirt or some shit like that. You know, somebody said I looked like Adam Sandler. Although, you know, well, first of all, I'm not Jewish, but that has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying, you know. Second of all is my head really isn't that big. Like, a lot of people say I look more like Steve-O than I do Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, you know, I mean, he's an alright looking motherfucker, so I wouldn't mind being classified as looking like Adam Sandler. But guys, today I just kind of want to really talk about video games, you know, video games in general. And I mean, different type of video games, different type of shit. Now, you see, I'm a big horror movie fan. Like, I love horror movies and I love comedy movies. One is because I just like horror movies. Like, it was really how I really began my life. I saw my first horror movie when I was like 5.5 years old. Now, yeah, that might be kind of young, and you can call my mother a bad parent if you want for letting me watch a rated R movie when I was 5.5, but you know, I turned out pretty good. Well, at least I think I am turning out pretty good. But horror video games, I really kind of do like. And since there really aren't, like, comedy type video games, okay, GTA Vice City, yes, that is a comedy game because you can beat the shit out of prostitutes and you can go around just fucking killing people. Like, alright, in Vice City, once you, well, you don't technically really beat the game, but you know what I mean. You kind of beat all the missions, you get to own the nightclub and shit, and there would be like 50 people dancing on the dance floor, and I would go in, and what I would do is I would take a grenade, toss it on the floor, and bail the fuck out of there. Then, you know, wait a couple seconds, kaboom! You know, all their bodies are flying everywhere. Then my stars go from like go from no stars to like a 6 instantly, and I'm like, shit. You know, then I gotta do the little cheat code, which is to remove the stars, which is like, I think if I remember correctly, it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, or it might be left, right, no, it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, L1, then triangle, L1, or some shit like that. Then, you know, that gets rid of, it's one of the cheat codes you guys can look up online. You know, there aren't really, like, any, like, comedy type games and shit. I mean, there's a lot of horror type games, and I mean, when I was growing up as a kid, I really played horror type video games, like, you know, Silent Hill, some Resident Evil, so, you know, a whole bunch of horror type video games, strategy type games and shit, games that kind of were kind of scary and shit like that. Kind of like the game Doom, if you guys ever seen the movie Doom and then ever played the game Doom 3 on the computer. That game was kind of messed up because you're in a path or some shit like that. You know, picture yourself walking down the hallway and, like, if you're using a headset or something, at the time I was using speakers on my computer, on one speaker you would hear, like, moans and groans from, like, just ghosts and stuff like that. Then on the other speaker, you would hear just footprints or footsteps. And really, that type of stuff, it's classified as being horror. But you know, I mean, a lot of people play, like, football type video games and stuff like that, golfing type video games, and you see, whenever I play like a baseball type or a football type or a golfing, especially a golfing type video game, it's golfing, I don't give a shit how I pronounce it, you know. If you have an accent like me, then you can pronounce it however the hell you want to. But playing those type of video games just make me want to go outside and actually do the activity. Like, you know, when I was growing up, I played probably, like, during high school. Right after I would get out of high school, I played probably from, like, freshman year to, like, junior year. I played probably 9 holes every 4 days out of the week. And I was really getting good. Then senior year, boom, did not play at all because I had other shit that I had to take care of. As for, you know, playing those type of video games, just those type of video games make me want to go outside and do shit. As for if you play, like, GTA, It makes me want to stay inside and kill more prostitutes. And then games like Silent Hill, it makes me want to run around in circles and run away from monsters that are trying to suck my brains out of my skull. But the reason why I'm kind of making this video is just, I kind of like to blog a little bit, just really talk about like video games in general. Video games I see are getting bigger and bigger. Video games back when they first came out, they were only like really, if you played video games, you know, you were considered like a geek or something. And you know what, I don't really care. I mean, if somebody calls me a geek, I really don't, you know, I don't take offense to it. I kind of consider myself to be kind of geeky. I mean, I like, if you really look up the term geek, it's about computers and video games. Well, yeah, I like playing video games and I like going on the computer. So I must be a geek then. I really don't care, you know. People are now, all types of people play video games. I mean, back in the day when I was growing up, it would only be like, you know, really like kind of like nerdy type people or whatever, you know. Like I say again, if you take offense, don't, because I classify my what the fuck? Cottonmouth. Classify myself as being like a geeky, you know, person. I play video games. I like going on the computer. I built some computers before, so therefore, you know, I mean, it's really how it is. But what I'm trying to say is that video games are expanding, and they're getting bigger and bigger now. And you know, it's going good. What the fuck is with this cottonmouth? Hang on, I need to get a cup of water. Okay, it's gone now. Like I was saying, in the next generation of people, like for example, if I ever have a kid, or rather, if you guys ever have kids, and if you guys love video games and love movies or whatever in general, and you guys still play them in your free time, then you're going to still be playing them when you're like 50 and 40 or whatever. And I mean, there are 50 and 40-year-olds out there who play RuneScape and who play WoW and who play, you know, other type of video games. I mean, it's all ages and shit. I mean, I'll be playing video games until I'm 6 feet under. And, you know, that's a fact. Because I love playing video games. They're fun, they're exciting, and you know, they're just really fun to play when you have free time. But then if you play video games and they start affecting your way of life, that's when you have a problem. For example, if video games consume your life, whether, let's say you have like, alright, let's say for example, you have a job, and video games are affecting your work performance, because you're taking up like your time to play video games, whether it's, you know, something to do for work performance, or it's just, if your work performance is messing up, then that means there's a problem. But playing video games in general is fine. But then again, you know, a lot of, like, you know, women, they don't like men who play video games. Like, a few of my ex-girlfriends, you know, whenever I was with them, they would always say, oh, well, why are you playing video games? Why don't we, you know, do something? And, you know, well, for them, fun would be, like, getting shit-faced. And, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with getting shit-faced, but me, personally, I'd rather be sober, like, a lot more. I'd rather be sober and be playing a video game rather than really be getting shit-faced, like, 4 times out of the week. And I know some people who do that. And if you really think about it, spending money on a beverage, the way that I look upon it is that you stay in, you know, you play video games, you kind of are saving money rather than like going to the bar all the times. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that, it's just me, I'm like saving some money sometimes, but you know, some people like that, and then there are women out there who actually do like playing video games. It's just I really haven't met one yet, other than on the internet, to be honest. Otherwise, yeah, like, I mean, there's tons of women on the internet, but, like, actually meeting them and shit at, like, you know, let's say, okay, other places than bars, no, not really. But, you know, I'm just saying that in general, and you guys understand that, is that sometimes women like playing video games, sometimes they really don't. And, you know, I think women outgrow video games more than actually men do, and stuff like that. Otherwise, I like playing video games. But just don't let video games consume your life. Like, the kid who died while playing RuneScape. I mean, there's been, like, tons and tons of stories of that shit. How somebody died while playing RuneScape because they played, like, 50-something hours straight and they died of exhaustion. If you die from playing RuneScape, then no, no. RuneScape fucked you. That is being mind fucked more than anything on this planet. Is if RuneScape kills you, you have been mind fucked. I mean, it's just you're dead. That is the ultimate mind fucking machine. But guys, that's really all I wanted to talk about. Really, like I said, just sort of like vlogging, kind of just talking about video games. So if you guys got anything for me, leave it in a nasty dirty little comment. Tell me, you know, like you started off the video, tell me some of the video games you guys like to play. Like whether it's like horror type video games, you know, well, comedy type video games aren't really a category. Okay, we'll do this. Horror is like, you know, strategy, like Silent Hill type, scary type games. Comedy type games will be like GTA, other brain bashing games. Oh, the game Manhunt. That is a comedy game where you go, all the game is you kill people and you kill them in different ways. It's like, would you like to kill this person by slitting his throat? Would you like to kill this person by chopping his balls off? Would you like to kill this person by chopping his legs off and watch his bloody stumps crawl through the river or crawl out the door or wherever the hell you are? Actually, that didn't make any sense, crawling through the river, unless he's a fish and he's swimming upstream. Oh wait, that does make sense, because fish don't really have like legs or shit like that. I don't think they do. They have like gills and fins and stuff like that. So that does actually make sense. Anyways, yeah, go ahead and leave those nasty dirty little comments. Also, thanks for subscribing, and I will see you guys later. Happy video gaming. Hooba hooba.